Radio.
You're listening to Cryptocurrent, the only podcast that explores the bold projects, exciting opportunities, and the growing reach of blockchain and cryptocurrency. Whether you've got skin in the game or you're just crypto curious, keep an open mind, enjoy the conversation, and stay cryptocurrent. Now here's your host, Richard Carthon.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Cryptocurrent, and today is a very special episode. We are celebrating our 100th episode. So what better way to do that than with the people who are running this show? So of course you got your host here, but you also have the producer, the man behind the shadows, just out here doing incredible work. We got Andrew DeRitter. How you doing today, man?
Hey, I'm doing fine. How are you, Richard?
I'm good, man. I'm glad, we're getting to do this. I'm glad we've made it this far. This journey has been so interesting, and I feel like we've both learned a ton. I mean, not just about crypto and blockchain, but just in life and what it means to create a podcast and like put this all together. But yeah, man, one of the first things I kind of wanted to just do was like, first, thank you for being on this journey with me. But, what's been, I don't know, just high level, some lessons that you've learned while like working on this?
Well, this started my audio career, so I'm very thankful for Cryptocurrent. I remember our first episode, we recorded it in a closet. No air conditioning. It was incredible. We did like 50 takes to get an episode, and now it's just plug and play. I'm producing whatever you send me, which could be like 4 episodes in a day. It's incredible how far we've come. We're doing 2 episodes a week now. And we're at 100. That's crazy.
Yeah, it came so fast. And even within the journey, I mean, there's the highs and the lows, but like even there was a moment where the show almost ended and almost like was put on a permanent hiatus. But, we came together, we had a really good conversation. I was just like, nah, man, this is going to be good. And like, regardless, we should just like go for it. And I'm happy that we did. And like, man, this thing is just starting to take off. And it's so humbling and just fun to like see.
Yeah, I agree. I think the content has gotten incredible since we started. And it's not like we had bad content ever, but now we're recording people from all over the world. I think that's incredible. It's a major step.
Yeah, our audience is growing internationally, which has been amazing. Like we have a ton of people out in Australia randomly. We have some people out in London listening to us. We got people in Africa, some people in China. Like we've hit every continent minus Antarctica. So like I feel very happy about that. And like on top of it, man, it's been really humbling to see people beginning to approach us to like want to come and like talk about the incredible things they're doing. And even some of the reviews that we've been starting to get online with people saying how we've been able to, give them some more insight on all the different various topics that we're being able to touch on. It's been really cool to just be able to come with it. But like one of the things I definitely want to leave with everyone listening today, besides us just being hype and wanting to talk about this, is some good like actionable insights and steps to, let's say they're wanting to start their own podcast or their own like blog journey or website, whatever it is. What do you think are like 1 to 3 things, like just pieces of wisdom that you wish you could like give them, or like just going back in life? Like what are the first 3 things you tell yourself if we started over?
First of all, I would give myself some hope. I'd say just stick with it. It's going to lead to some pretty great things. It's incredible to look back at all the episodes and be like, wow, I stuck with something for this long. What has it been, like 2.5 years now?
Yeah.
Or something like that. I would definitely say someone starting out, do your research, get as many books as possible. Trial and error is great, but there's a lot of good stuff in books. Read. I would tell myself that I just started. I mean, I don't want to say just started. Maybe in the past year and a half or so, I've been picking up every book I can or reading every article I can on the internet, and I've learned incredible things about podcasting, audio, producing, music for audio, for podcasting. That would be a major tip, I'd say. Another thing, invest in yourself. Get the right equipment right away. It's a pretty big bite financially to take on, but it's worth it, and it's a one-time cost. That's it. It'll work forever. People are using SSL consoles from the 60s still, and they're actually sought after. They stick. It'll work forever. It really will, I promise. Just pay the money, get it, and then you'll never have to do it again. And the third thing, I would say try to, instead of thinking about hearing yourself talk or becoming infamous, I would say try to find a way to become valuable to someone else. If you do that, people will come to you. Cryptocurrent is like a community now. People are listening to us to learn things because we're thinking about how to add value to your life. We're not thinking about our own selfish ends.
Yeah, no, I think 3 really good pieces of advice. And I just want to add on to the last one that you just said. And it's all about how can you be a go-giver, right? So we created this to educate not only ourselves, but others, and to be able to broadcast people and projects and companies that are working on such incredible things in crypto and blockchain that you wouldn't even know existed, right? So 1, this is able to put it on your radar. Then it gives you the insight to be able to understand what they are actually doing. And 3, you can go and research it and do more yourself. If we can give you something that like sticks and resonates with you, if there's a topic and you're like, man, I really like creating stuff. Well, here's a company that's doing exactly what I want to do. Or I really like trading and I want to learn more about that. Well, here's a guest that is super deep into that. And so I think it's been really cool to just be a value add and just truly just doing all that we can to be there and encourage anyone who is trying to learn and trying to network and meet incredible beings just working in this crypto and blockchain space. I would say 3 big lessons that I've learned. If I have to go back and tell myself, just like you said, it's a grind. So don't worry about how many downloads you're getting initially, or like how many people are like listening or responding. Like it's irrelevant, right? Because what's going to happen if you're like doing good content is when people finally do catch up and like listen to you and they like what you're doing, they're going to go back and they're going to listen to like all the stuff that you made along the way. And they're going to appreciate the journey that you've had as well. Because if you're giving something meaningful, then it's evergreen. It's always going to be relevant. So like, I think that part of just get over yourself and just go for it. Number 2, create processes. So a lot of what you do can be extremely meticulous and take a lot of time. If you can figure out how to operationally make things happen faster and a lot easier, your life just becomes so much easier. So like, man, how many hours did we used to spend on just like making one podcast, right?
Incredible amounts. Insane amounts of time.
Oh my gosh. And like now we have it down to science. Like it takes no time. So like, yeah, we were talking about how, sometimes I'll throw 4 episodes at them and like, we'll just knock them out just because we have the process in place. And that comes with experience. It comes with just doing it. But as you are figuring out how to put the pieces together, write them down or just figure out what that is, so that if you ever brought on someone else, you could literally hand them a piece of paper and be like, this is what you do. And it's really just because when you have to put your mind in that framework, it allows you to move faster. And it also makes sure that you're clear with your messaging. So I wish I'd have done that sooner, but it's definitely working very well now. The third lesson I would say is make sure that you truly put together a marketing plan for your content. So it is one thing and it is an absolute grind to create the content, right? To put it all together, make it sound good, make sure you have like all the pieces together. And then once it's finally released, you got to make sure people are going to be able to see it. They got to know that you exist. And like, I feel people get so caught up on I need to make this really cool thing. And like, that's half the battle. The other half is like getting people to know and care and share. And the way that you do that is just by setting up ways to engage with your audience, having content that's consistently going out and making sure that it's done in a way that someone will want to do something with it. And that is not self-promoting in the sense of like, oh, look at me, look at me, look at me. But like, hey, look at these people who are doing this amazing thing and like uplifting them. And like, as we started tailoring our message more towards praising others, just so much good has come back from it. So I would definitely say if you can figure out how to incorporate that sooner than we did. I mean, I think we figured that out pretty early, but like the faster you can really resonate with that and like have that be a driving force, you just move so much faster and it's so much more powerful.
Yeah, definitely. And I kind of want to plug a quote from one of my favorite podcasts that I listen to, besides Cryptocurrent, of course. Six Figure Home Studio. They have this saying in almost all the episodes: if you build it, they will come. And they always make fun of it because it is not true. You have to, just to add on what you were saying, you have to promote yourself. You know, you have to invest and you have to get yourself out there, you know, because if you build it, they won't come.
They won't.
They will not.
No, I think that's so true. But another like little thing that I kind of want to talk about in this 100th episode is just like the journey of discovering our voice, right? And what was our theme and like what were we gonna stand for? One of the most challenging things I've done in my life was putting on the Cryptocurrent conference last year. And I'm very happy we were able to pull it off and that we were able to get all that going. And with putting on an event, but also like getting all that together, it's a lot. And it's a lot of strategy and making sure you have the right people, and then promotion, and then ticket sales, and like just so many added layers. And it was hard. And what I'm trying to get at right now is that like challenges are cool. You just have to, once you decide to do it, you need to just go for it and just find a way. And like, I remember having a conversation with you, Andrew, early and just being like, look, this is real tough. We don't really know what we're doing, but we're just going to do it. And we know if we come out on the other side of this and we just survive, each year after, it's just going to get easier, and like we'll know what to do and we'll move faster and we'll be able to like actually make money in the future and blah, 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 blah. And like, it's amazing just the lessons and like how like good that ended up being, and the opportunities and doors that opened because of it, just us just saying we're going to do it. Yeah,
definitely. We went out and figured it out. You know, trial and error, reading books, and I think we have. You send me 4 episodes on Sunday, I do all 4 episodes in a day, and they're ready to go. It's crazy. Oh, and if you missed that Cryptocurrent conference, Richard, where can everyone find that at? We have videos up, I believe.
Oh, we have videos, everything. So if you go to our YouTube channel, we have all the videos there. But also if you just go to crypto-currentconf, that's conf.co. We also have all the videos on the website as well. But definitely go check out all the videos. Has some really cool speakers. We're already strategizing. We were planning on doing something this year, but you know, COVID changed some plans. So
COVID, yeah.
We'll 2021. We'll figure out what that's going to look like. But I mean, Andrew, what now that we're at 100 episodes, right? Where do you see Cryptocurrent going in the next 50 to 100 episodes? Like, what is like a vision that you want to be able to listen to months or a year from now and be like, oh, we did it?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I want to acknowledge that I think on episode 50, or the last time we had our little meetup episode, we talked about what would we do in the future, and I'm proud to say we did it. The videos, you know, we got a whole bunch of videos up, and I think that's great. I have to think about this one. Goals for the future. I would just like to see our first Antarctica interviewee be on the show. Just, you know, more worldly, you know, people be on the show, you know, because we have people from all over Berlin, Australia. I really like hearing about cryptocurrency in other nations. It's great. Yeah. It's great to know it's all over the place. And it's just, I'd like to see the community grow. Reach out to us. If you have something that's worth saying, reach out to us. Come on the show. If you have a podcast about cryptocurrency, reach out to us. Come on the show. Yes. let us go on your show. Let's link up, let's network, and let's connect. Let's help build each other up and get cryptocurrency out. Let everyone else know about it. Get educated on it. Help us become a resource. If you have questions, reach out to us. We'll answer them. Whatever you guys need, we're here to provide.
100%. I think those are really good goals. I think those are attainable. Antarctica might be a tough one, but I will look. I will try to support this earth and find someone who has been there so we can check that off the bucket list. Also want to keep growing the community as well and find more ways to engage with everyone. Recently, we put out a survey that people have been doing, and it's helped us so much. So I'm being able to tell the messages that you want to hear and the content that you want to see a lot more. Interestingly enough, a lot of people who are on our newsletter, because we also have a newsletter. If you're not on it, highly recommend checking it out. A lot of people on our newsletter didn't necessarily know that we had a podcast. And a lot of people who are on the podcast didn't necessarily know that we had a newsletter. Ironic. I know that we have like these ads at the very end of the episode. Maybe we'll switch it up and put a couple of them at the beginning just to switch it up or put it in the middle. But just finding ways to, A, let everyone know who is listening, all of the different various ways that you can connect and get content from us. But then 2, like Andrew said, if you have something that you want to say, if you have an article that you think is dope and you want to share it with us so that we can put on our social media and share with all of our audience, we're happy to do it. We want to give you a platform to get your ideas and to educate others. And that is what we're here for. And we want to pay it forward, and we want to continue to build up this community because we're so early, y'all. This is so early. 10 years from now, when people look back on this, they're going to be like, I wish I'd have just started sooner. And like that will, if you are listening right now, congratulations, you have insight. You're at the beginning of a long journey that is still super early. This is going to be great. This is going to be huge. And I'm talking about cryptocurrency and blockchain first and foremost. But also, we appreciate everyone who's been with us on this journey so far and that continues to be with us on this journey. A final thing that I kind of want to ask Andrew, and I'll talk about as well, was like, what has been either a really memorable conversation or interviewee that's been brought on that you learned, you was like, wow, I want to go learn more about it. And then what is also the famous quote, a final thought that you want to leave with everyone?
I would say, and this one was a while ago, but my favorite content we put out, he was at the conference, and he was actually a podcast episode as well. I really can't remember his name to save my life. He had the presentation with the online virtual experience.
Carl Farvel.
That was awesome, Carl. Great job with that presentation. I loved all of it. Watched it a couple times. I think that is incredible. It's a way to get young people really involved in that. And I'm talking about, I don't want to date myself. I'm 26 now, but I mean, younger than me, like I could see like an 18-year-old being like, okay, like I'm just going to go play video games. Oh, cryptocurrency. Okay. And then, I don't know, it just seems so awesome to get involved in that and realize what it is, how to use it, using it on small things, and then realizing it's much bigger than just video games. You can use it for anything. I just thought it was great. And a final thought, stay cryptocurrent. No, I guess, no, really stay cryptocurrent and please contact us with your questions. I think it would be really cool if you could all email us something and we'll incorporate that in the future episodes. I think it would be really awesome to have some back and forth. Give us your feedback. I'd really like to leave that with you guys.
For sure. No, I think appreciate all that. And yeah, Carl's conversation was super dope. Highly recommend checking out that video that we have on YouTube. And yes, please reach out to us. I've enjoyed, every single person that I've interviewed has been an absolute joy, and I truly appreciate all of you. There's a couple that like just top of my head just stuck out, and it's like I was just so enthralled and just wanted to keep learning. And even after like the interview was over, I would like stop and like keep having conversations. So back on episode 82, building a new peer-to-peer internet, man, I had such a really interesting conversation with Gillen Wolf Pauly, where he's putting me on how one of the trends is on the dark web. A lot of the currency that's being used, one of the leaders is Bitcoin. And when you look on the dark web, who's on there outside of course, maybe some sketchy people, you have a lot of like governments that will go on there to use it. And when you see like the money being moved around, is a lot of it, some of it is in crypto. That's encouraging, because like that just goes to show like that is where eventually the money will be going for movement. So if money's already being put there and like that's how some stuff's getting done, that could be a tall tale sign of what's to come in the future. So like I thought that was a really interesting conversation. And another like recent one was just, how's coronavirus affecting crypto in the global markets. I thought that was super interesting with everything that's going on from the flash crash that happened where Bitcoin lost half of its value in a day and then like has been slowly recovering ever since. But that was a really deep dive. And that was with Pankaj Balani. And that was so a very, 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 very fun interview. But I will say, and interestingly enough, like just one of my like all-time favorite and just will always be just an OG just thing for me. I go all the way back to episode 8, interview with Zach from seemslegit.com, our very first interview with someone. And just remembering like how nervous I was and like how we wanted to be perfect and how, just figuring out what our voice was and everything else. It's amazing to just see how far we've come from that moment. And if you want to just see like how we kind of stumbled along and have come a long way from that, definitely go check out that episode. A final thought that I want to leave with everyone here today is I appreciate everyone who has been listening, has stuck to the end of this episode to hear what me and Andrew have had to say. And I'm very excited for what the future holds in the crypto and blockchain space. And I know COVID has been very challenging and the stock markets have been like all over the place. But it's encouraging to see what crypto's doing because, as you know, or if you don't know, Bitcoin was made in response to the last global recession in 2008. And so far, the crypto market's held decently strong with what's going on in the global economy. If it can hold its strength, it might be seen as a new safe haven, and we could see some big things happen this year and in this next decade into the crypto markets. I really do think that crypto will become $1 trillion market. It's only about 200 billion right now. So sky's the limit. But then also blockchain too. There's so many amazing and really cool projects being built on top of it. So if you are in the space and you want to learn more about blockchain or you want to build something, blockchain is definitely the way and should look into it. And if you want me to, also for anyone who's listening and you want a connection to any of our speakers who have come through because you were like, oh, I'd like an internship or maybe a job, or like, oh, I have this idea. Talk to us, communicate with us, let us know. I am happy to try to see if I could facilitate an introduction for you. Again, we are resources. Reach out. We're here for you. We want nothing but the best and success for you. And again, we appreciate all your time. So, Andrew, was there any other things that you want to say?
Stay cryptocurrent.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for listening to another episode of Cryptocurrent. For more information on this episode and all of our episodes, please visit us at www.crypto-current.co. Stay up to date with the latest news in cryptocurrency. You'll receive daily emails Monday through Friday that are personalized and curated content specific to you and your interest, powered by artificial intelligence. Are you an accredited investor looking to invest in cryptocurrency? Crescent City Capital can help. Go to crescentcitycapital.com for more information. If you're finding value in our content, please take 5 minutes to leave a 5-star review and a great comment. Also, please make sure to share this podcast with others. Hello, everyone. I hope you're enjoying the quality of this podcast. I can only thank my amazing producer, Andrew DeRitter, with DeRitter Productions, who has put this together. If you have any podcast, visual, or video needs, please go to DeRitterProductions.com. That's DERITTER Productions.com.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Cryptocurrent with Richard Carthon. We'll be back with more exciting developments from the world of blockchain and cryptocurrency next week. But until then, stay cryptocurrent.
Please use available exits now.